What's up, guys? I'm Randy. Welcome back to the channel. We're back with another product review, and today we're going to take a look at the Zulisy Z2-G. Now, this is a 3 MOA open reflex sight that follows the Delta Point Pro, aka DDP footprints for your full-size pistols and your DDP cut adapter plates. If you like what you see and you want to pick one of these up during the review, I'm going to have the link in the description box below. And while you're there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment, share the video. All that stuff really helps me out. And if you really want to go further and really help out the cause, I have a link to my Patreon also in the link. So now we're going to go into unboxing. We're going to go into the features and the specs. We're going to take it out to the range. Then we're going to come back for final thoughts. So during this video, if there's a certain part that you want to see or anything in specific that you want to see, go ahead and feel free to skip ahead. Now let's get on with the video. All right, so this is the box that it comes in, your normal regular cardboard box with some nice illustration, a picture of the red dot itself, some of the specs on the side here, the warning label, and that's pretty much it. Let's go inside. Inside you have your owner's manual that's got some nice pictures and everything that you're going to need. So right here you have your zero-in cards from 5, 10, the impact of how it's going to be at various distances, your 5, 10, and 25 yards, your DDRC brightness settings of how it's going to look, your lens cloth. On this side you got a whole assortment of screws. You've got your battery, which is a 1632. You have your multi-tool on this side. Open up the battery compartment as well as set your elevations, your windage, and there's a Torx head on this side. And then, most importantly, you have your silica gel. No, I'm just kidding. But the red dot itself, and this has a nice case on it, and this is a case that's made directly for this because this thing's so snug. It fits so snug in there that this is not made for anything else. This was made specifically for this, and they have their branding on it, which I always like to see because they put a little bit more into it. So this cover comes in handy when not in use, on your way to the range, sitting in a safe, wherever, to protect from dents and dust, debris, all that stuff. Now this is the bad boy right here. Let's break down the specs. It has a length of 1.9 inches, a width of 1.4 inches, a height of 1.6 inches, and it weighs 1.7 ounces. Like I said, this does follow the Delta Point Pro footprint, so that's what it's going to get mounted to. You have a side load battery tray here. That's where the battery gets loaded, and it does have notches on the side, which makes it easy and toolless to really get in there. And the bright side about that is you don't have to re-zero this every time you need to change the battery, which shouldn't really be often because it has a battery life of 50,000 hours depending on the setting. I take that to be mid to low settings. You got 50,000 hours, so you could go a long time without having to replace the battery. But when you do, it's side tray here to make it a lot easier. It has an IPX7 rating, so it is waterproof, but listen, it's not submersible. So don't go deep sea diving with this thing or anything like that. But if you're shooting out in the rain or in the snow or anything, you don't have to worry about water getting inside of this or damaging it. As you can see, it has a DDRC multi-coated lens on the outside to block away sun glare and stuff like that. But it is pretty damn clean on the inside. You can't even see any coating on the inside, but you can notice it on the outside slightly. This is constructed out of aircraft grade aluminum, so it's pretty damn sturdy. Look at that. Look at that thing. You have a big beefy shroud on the top there. Even the whole housing is durable and really robust. So this thing could take a beating. I like how it's recessed in. That glass is recessed in about a 1/4 inch at the bottom and maybe even 5/8 at the top, maybe even 3/4 at the top. So this could take an impact without cracking that glass. In the back here, they have some built-in iron sights. I get to co-witness just in case. This is already a low profile, but just in case you have this on an adapter plate and it raises it to where your iron sights on your pistol can't line up, they have some built-in irons here, which is pretty damn thoughtful. That's pretty nice. You have your windage and elevations at the normal places. And let's go ahead and see how Oh yeah. That's very tactile and audible. Both of them. So, oh yeah. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and load this battery. Easy as pie. Like I said, this is toolless. Is it on? Yeah, oh yeah, it's on. Oh man, look at that. Look at that dot. Let me see. And you do have your buttons on the side here, your brightness, settings for your plus and your minus, and these also act as a power switch. So to turn it on, you hold down the plus button for 3 seconds, and to shut it off, you hold that for 3 seconds and it shuts back off. And then turn it back on. There you go. Now it does have 10 brightness settings, the first 2 being night vision and then the following 8 being daylight bright. So that's a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you can faintly see those because, like I said, the first 2 is night vision. So let's turn that bad boy back up. And it does have the shake awake technology. So matter of fact, let's go ahead and test that on. I'm going to get this mounted to a pistol and then we'll be right back to test out that shake away feature. Here we go. I got this mounted on my Stoeger STR9SC that has a DDP adapter plate. I went ahead and dimmed the lights, and I even had to dim the light on the optic itself. That brightness was super bright. I had to turn it down 2 notches because it was giving a glare on the camera. Just on the camera. It wasn't a glare in the optic. Just the camera was picking up a glare. So I went ahead and lowered it to a level 7. Now we're gonna give this bad boy a good shake to reset that. Get that back in focus, and then we're gonna start this timer to see when it shuts off. Don't worry, I'll fast forward this. All right, so there you go. Right over the 3.5 minute mark, it shut off by itself. Now let's go ahead and test what it takes to turn this bad boy back on. Just like that. I'm using that multi-tool that came with it. I simply tapped it and a shake awake is up. Yeah, that works good. That works really well. You don't have to worry about this thing going dead on you. If it's in your holster and you grab it, it's going to come right back on. So that's a plus. I'm definitely happy with that. Now let's take it out to the range to get some range footage and see how well it performs. So there you have it. We went through the unboxing, the specs, the features, the functions. The range report was a success. So listen, man, I shot over 130 rounds through this bad boy and it was all successful. I had no problems finding that crisp, clean, bright dot. That dot was super bright. It was always on target where I wanted it. So I'm a happy camper, man. I gotta say, Zulisy's is an underrated company. They're one of the most underrated company and brand as a whole. Now, mind you, they're not paying me for this. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't make a dime off of this. I'm just giving you the realness, okay? I've got about 5 or 6 different optics from them, and I'm super impressed with all of them. And this one is no exception. If you guys are looking for a red dot that follows the DDP Delta Point Pro footprint, I strongly suggest you give them a chance and take a look at this, because it knocked it out of the park for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy with it, and I think you would be too. So if there's any questions or anything you guys want to know, or I didn't go over, I didn't cover, I didn't mention, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, I'm going to have the link to this bad boy in the description box below. So if you want to pick one up, I'm going to have the link so you can head straight on over there. Until next time, y'all stay blessed, stay safe, or be dangerous.